Hi, welcome to Time in the UK. I'm very sorry, had a slight technical hitch there. So it's quite. Hello, Zafras, how are you doing? It's quite warm in Manchester. We've got cloudy skies, and I'm going out for a beer later. So that'll be very nice. Going to go to the local pub. But I thought I'd start by having a little bit of alcoholic beverage to start the evening off. Okay, I'll put a topic on microbrands or high street because I'd recently purchased, backed, should I say. Very good, thank you. I recently backed a Kickstarter, and despite I've logged into Kickstarter, the money went straight away. So, you know, as soon as the Kickstarter started, the money went to straight away, and I've got no communications at all. So for 2 weeks, I've just thought I've had no communications, no emails, check the trash, all that sort of stuff. Thought I'll have to get on it. So I've been on to Kickstarter, sent them a snotty message, king of snotty messages, you know what I mean? And I've been on Instagram and sent them a snotty message and just see what happens. So hopefully they'll come back to me with what's going on. The watch in question was a Matthew and Son, which is an Australian Kickstarter. It was reviewed by Jason, the Watch Guy, great YouTuber, check him out. Yeah, so I thought I'll back that one. But the question really is, I've been wondering whether microbrands are good value for money or not, compared to, you know, there's three places to get your watches from, really, isn't it? You've got your microbrand sort of Kickstarter sort of places. You've got your, this is if you're going new, by the way, you've got your AliExpress sort of places. You can buy them in China and have them shipped over cheap. And you've got your high street. So the question is, where do you favour getting your watches from? Because there's a few drawbacks to the three channels. Microbrands, it's an unknown piece. Generally speaking, it's if you choose your microbrand Kickstarter quite well, you're not going to end up with some overpriced piece of crap quartz number, but you might find something a bit better. But generally speaking, then Miyota or NH35 powered divers watches, usually quite chunky, quite popular, bright colours, that sort of thing. So if you like that sort of thing, Kickstarter is good for that. But price wise, they can be up to about 400 or 500 quid sometimes, and not always does the quality reflect the price. Or you could perhaps go for the high street, you know, 400 or 500 quid. You're starting, if you're really canny, you can start to get something decent for that, you know, your Seikos and whatnot, and you're moving up. Maybe even 500 quid, might be even get a Christopher Ward Swiss watch, you know, with the Solita movement. That's the high street option. AliExpress, you 150 quid, you're getting something with often NH35 powered. But to be honest, there are a lot of watches that are Seagull powered or Chinese movements. Sometimes you start off with decent quality and the quality sort of drifts. Sometimes the quality drifts and then it improves. So the AliExpress as well is not always a straight road, if you like. So the question I'm going to ask, and where do you favour getting yours? So if you post up in the comments there, you can ask me what you'd like to know. So there's two people on. I've got Zafras, so is back again. He's one of my regulars. So if someone's at the door. Oh, thank you very much. Lovely. Yeah, that's all right. See you later. Sorry about that, guys. So my neighbours borrowed my tools because they were moving house. Yeah, and this is a set of Allen keys. Allen keys by a brand called Weira. I don't know if you can make that out, Weira. So these bad boys cost about 50 quid. Super strong, high tensile stuff. And I had to go and lend them out because someone wanted to take the furniture apart. But then what happens? Someone wanders off with them, doesn't they? So got them back now. What are you drinking? Is anyone having a drink? Maybe that's a better topic to talk about. What are you drinking? It's a lively one, this one. Okay, so it doesn't look like this is going to be a popular topic. Maybe I've put it on at the wrong time of day. So maybe I'll just cut this short. And cider, Rattler cider. Well, you know, if you're a cider drinker, I can imagine that's good. Rattler, that's a name to conjure with, isn't it? I bet it's got sting in its tail the next day. What you wearing on your wrist, guys, today? Guys, Zaf, what you wearing on your wrist today? I am wearing a Squale. So I know TGV Squale. Ooh. Squale, I don't know. But 1545 Squale, 1545 Submariner. Homage, if you like, because as it stands, there's no chance of me getting a real one, you know? Not quite in that bracket. So Casio, what have you got? The FW95, you got G-Shock. Quite like Casios, done a couple of videos on Casios. I did a video recently about one being 18 quid from, and checked Argos this morning, in fact, and the one that I bought in the last video for 18 quid is now 14 quid, which is a bit of a pisser. So I would quite happy, been much happier if it was 14 quid for the video, but there you go. So yeah, it's got to bang it around when you're at work and stuff like that. Casios are really pretty bodyproof, aren't they? Cheers. Enjoy your cider. Hope you've got ice in it. Oh, guys. It tastes like pish, mate. It's like soapy water, this. It was in the fridge and it was cold. Yeah. Yeah. It was in the fridge and cold. It's sort of like gig fodder, you know what I mean? It's you go to a gig and have a pint of that, wouldn't you? Because it was the cheapest shit that the gig could get in. So currently the wife she's actually at a gig. So my wife has gone to see a few tribute acts. So she's at a gig. Yeah, she's at a gig in Widnes. She's gone to see the Clone Roses. I was supposed to be going, but turns out she hadn't actually bought any tickets. So she was the one that found the gig. She was the one that told her friends, like, we're all going. She booked a hotel and all this sort of stuff. And she hadn't booked any tickets. You know, you couldn't make it up. So, of course, it's sold out. One of her friends has got, like, a spare ticket because someone else dropped out. So, basically, I just said to her, you go with your friends because, you know, there's no point me going. Really, no, mates. She's at a gig. I'm at home. Go figure. Hey, in the sun. She's got a bit of sun. So she's in the sun, watching the Clone Roses in a bit. Yeah, so I'm having a girly night. So I'm off to the pub down the road, about half a mile down the road. Yeah, it'd probably be quicker coming back than it was going, you know. But yeah, I'm going down the pub and talk a bit of shit in the pub. That's my plan. Don't know about you. Are you going down the pub this evening? Or are you stuck in? Actually, thinking about it, since I'm talking to you, you know Ted, don't you? I mean, I'm gonna have to check his channel out. I'm gonna have to check Ted's channel out because I think you're from what I remember, Zaf, you're a Cornishman as well. So I might have to go and check Ted's channel out and do a bit of internet stalking, see what Ted's been up to. I've noticed I got him to join Instagram and for various reasons recently, a few months ago. I noticed he's all over his Instagram. Yeah, so he's Ted's Instagram monster now. It's great stuff. It keeps popping up on my feed. Yeah, along with that Hungarian keep fit girl. Yeah, so yeah, Ted's a monster. Right, well, thank you very much for joining me. It's 15 minutes. So have you got any thoughts on the topic, which was, if you haven't got any thoughts on that, then that's fine, and I'll knock it on the head. Well, I'll tell you what I could do. I could invite you. I could split the screen in half. You could have half the screen if you wanted. You give us a smiley face or a thumbs up, I'll send the invite, or I'll just send the invite bloody anyway. So I'll send the invite, and if anyone wants to come on the screen, there you go. Nobody else says what? I can't remember what I said. I think I'm going a bit, I think I've got Holzheimer's. You know, Holzheimer's, that's what happens if you drink too much beer. Have you ever been in a Holz's pub? You get Holzheimer's, don't you? Holzheimer's. I've got Budsheimer's now. Budweiser. What disease could you get from Budweiser? I don't know. Oh, you wouldn't want to get Viper cider. What could you get there? Don't know. But anyway, so 2 viewers, microbrands, Kickstarter, high street. What do you prefer? What are the pros and cons? Hello, Mr. Western. Thank you for joining. What are the pros and cons of microbrands, Kickstarters, AliExpress, Chinese? Some people think junk, some people think quality, some people think bargain, high street brands. What you wearing, Mr. Western? That's the question, what you're wearing. Today, as Zaf has seen, I will show you again. I am currently wearing a Submariner Homage. Homage. Squale 1545. This is your Sub Homage. There. So I recently got this and did a video about it. Got this from a lovely local chap. He bought it brand new. I got the full set. It came with stickers and everything. He bought it in for 750 quid and didn't like it and sold it to me for 400. Might not been 750 quid, but he definitely sold it to me for 400. So a mini turtle paddy. That's nice. Gotta love a bit of a Seiko, haven't you? Quality pieces of work, the old Seikos. Got an SKX myself, so I do like that. I've got some of the new SKX 5s. I've got one of those. Yeah, no lock screw down crown though, but apart from that, it's the same watch. Movement's better, however. And I got a turtle, but it was a Heimdall, so I've got Heimdall monster and a Heimdall turtle. But they're good piece of kit. So if you want to save a little bit of money and don't want to go too far into the thing, you can get yourself a Heimdollar. Yeah. Are you drinking something, Mr. Weston? Are you having a pint of something? Hey, but it's a bit early, isn't it? 6:05. Got to pace myself. Not as young as I used to be. It's got that long walk to the pub. You know, got to get there, have a few, get back. Swiss Watch Company. Now, I've heard a few things about them. I've heard a few things about the Swiss Watch Company. I've also heard a few things. Yeah, it's definitely beer the cop. I've also, are they something to do with Victorinox, the Swiss Army knife, or is that another company? Are the Swiss Watch Company actually made in America? Because there is a couple of companies in America. There's one called the Trafford Watch Company, because Trafford is in Manchester, about 2 miles up the road, and it's named after the Trafford brothers in America. Yeah, so Swiss Watch Company might not be Swiss. Microbrand this morning, High Street this afternoon. Quite right indeed. I did have a bit of free time this afternoon, and I was briefly toying with the idea of schlepping around a few ADs to try a few bits of stuff on, and I kind of didn't really have the will to live as far as that goes, because it's a large mall. We've got all the COVID restrictions being lifted, but even so, it's busy. You get lots of idiots, and it's just not nice and fun. You know, it's quite a busy place. And what you're going to do? Just try it on, go, yeah, that's nice, take a photo of it and piss off, annoy the salesman, or you're going to buy it and just didn't much fancy buying it. If anyone's into shares, if you're into dealing in shares, you know, one to look at the moment is Watches of Switzerland. They're heading towards the £10 mark per share. So 30 quid to get you 3 shares, sit on it, keep it for 10 years. Probably going to be worth something between 50 and 60 quid each in 10 years. That's my sort of inside information. With a good percentage of that rise being in the next 2 years. So they will more than double in 2 years, I've been told. So Trafford Watch, I'm going to Google, not Trafford Watch, Swiss Watch Company. I'm going to Google the Swiss Watch Company just to see what it says. We've got the Swiss Watch Company UK. That's the largest watch retailer in the UK, it says. Don't believe that for a minute. What's the website for the Swiss, made in Switzerland? Well, SWC. Okay, so I'm looking at SWC Diver Mark II. Looks quite nice. Various color options. Click on the blue one. Not too sure about the logo though. No, it's quite busy. So US dollars, the 450 to 500 US dollars with the Solita movement. So you're right up there with Christopher Ward. which I'm sure is great. The only problem for us UK peoples is that if we were to buy one, we were going to get the VAT and the import duties on top. So that could add another 20% to the purchase price, which is a bit of a drag. The bunker field, is that a dress watch? I came up with quite a good joke the other day. Someone was talking to me about dress watches. So I said to him, dress watches, what are they? Are they a watch that you wear when you're wearing a dress? I thought it was funny. I can't see one called a bunker field. They're quite a Hamilton-esque, aren't they? Hamilton looking there. Yeah, those ones. Oh, bunker. SWC bunker. Learn more. Good bit of nice blue loom. 16 layers of AR coating. 20 layers of superluminova. 10mm thickness drilled lugs. It's a field watch. Screw down crown. Yeah, quite nice looking. One's sold out, two coming soon, and one's available. The black one is available. $430 US. It is possible actually to get a Hamilton actually in the UK for around about that price. If you pop onto the, I did it near Christmas actually. You pop onto the TK Maxx website. They sometimes have Hamiltons on there. They did recently. They didn't the last time I looked, but yeah, they were selling a Hamilton for $399, automatic Hamilton watch, £399. It was an aluminium case and it was DLC coated, which probably not to everyone's taste, and it was an older model, but you know, all the same, not bad. If you wanted a Hamilton, that is. Well, it's good that they're selling out. Obviously, they're creating a quality product and they know their market. So, you know, if you're making something and it sells out, you don't need to change it, do you? Just streamline the manufacturing process, I guess, and maximize your profit margins. Yeah, happy days. But obviously, you're gonna have to make more than one product if you're a producer. You can't just make one product in one color because you've got potential for your customers to be really happy with the one product and come back and buy another. So you need to buy so you probably need field, dive, and dress in various color options and colorways so that they've got something to choose from. And then when that when that sort of goes well, you probably end up bringing even more in. So that's probably the way it goes. Well, that's how brands get large ranges of different watches. Do you mean micro rotor? Surely not. Solita's not a micro rotor, is it? Solita's. I've got a Solita in my Christopher Ward. Actually, it's really nice. Really feels nice when you wind it and set the time. Well, I think generally you get better value for micros. Well, you do and you don't. So let's say you're buying a micro watch and you've got I don't know, stainless steel case. It looks a bit like a Submariner or a Seiko. It's got an NH35 movement, pressed clasp, you know, solid end links, blah blah blah. Nice luminova, and it costs $400 US. and it's not a particularly original design because it's a bit like a Seiko, you could probably go and buy a Heimdollar for $150, $200 from AliExpress, albeit not Swiss, powered by the same movement, had exactly the same amount of luminova on it, if not more, the same sapphire crystal. You know, the Heimdollars are good watches. But like you say, nobody is going to make the money if you're running a micro brand. If you're selling watches for 150 quid, you're just not going to make any money, are you? So you need to make sure that you're sort of aiming your watch around the $400, $350, $400 and providing good value for money. So I noticed that none of we're starting to move, the micro brands now are starting to fit Solitas, aren't they? So they're moving away from the ETA, starting to use Solitas, which is a great movement, by the way. And the prices have risen slightly. So, you know, you could get yourself a Solita powered watch, which is nice. Got 4 people watching this. So 4 people who haven't commented. Well, we've got 3 people watching this now because somebody's gone. So what are you wearing? You mystery third person, what you're wearing, you've joined the conversation. Okay. Okay, so there, should you wish to, is a link I've just posted in the chat section. If you post that into your browser, you can come on here and have a chat with me, should you wish. Yeah, Hamilton, definitely ETA. I mean, I've got a Tudor Heritage Ranger, and I really like that. It's a very field watch aesthetic to the particular piece. In fact, I've just put it away because I've been wearing it solid for 4 weeks and I can't wear anything else. You know, I just don't want to wear anything else because it's so comfortable. It's quite light. So I put on this this one today, which is the Squally, if you've not seen, because I fancied a change. Well, I kind of didn't fancy a change, just didn't want to wear it out, just didn't want to overwear it, because it's been like literally 4 weeks of people saying, what are you wearing today? Because I'm in various Facebook groups and people saying, what are you wearing today? And I'm wearing the Tudor Heritage Ranger. And then, you know, it's just like, it's boring to me, even though the watch is great. It's just kind of like a bit yawny, me telling people that. So, you know, when you start thinking to yourself, maybe I'll change my watch to do what I'm wearing and then put this one back on again. But anyway, so I really highly recommend, if you get a chance to, go down the ADs. These things are running out now. I know they're discontinued and they are price reduced. So they were 220 UK and I've seen them hovering about 1750. The Tudor Heritage Ranger. I've seen one on a steel bracelet for 1750. Mine's on leather and it's very nice. So Tudor Heritage Ranger, check it out. Values are only going to go up because they discontinued. So that you won't lose money on it. Well, you might lose a bit, but you know, long term, you've got a great watch to wear, ETA powered, blah, blah. So that's my top tip for today. So the SWC Titanium's got a Solita 200 movement. That's what my Christopher Ward, well, my Christopher Ward's not got the 200 because North Flag is a Grail watch. Well done, sir. Top marks. Yeah, I really like the North Flag. I just missed the boat on the North Flag on the bracelets as I'm going round. They're all on leather. And previous to buying this Heritage Ranger, I didn't want a leather strap watch because I knew that the North Flag has got like a unusual design there, so that it's an oddball. You can't get straps for it without, you know, paying Tudor money, and you can't put it on a NATO. So I really wanted the North Flag on a bracelet, and I really liked the bracelet as well. The bracelet's an unusual design, and I really liked it. So that was another reason. So North Flag is definitely a bit of a yeah, to do for me, as is the P01. I've tried the P01 on. I really like that. So yeah, quite into my Tudors, but it's an expensive habit to have. You know, you can't. I've got 3 of the bloody things, and you can't have too many, can you? So it's just the way it is. You know, you kind of like think yourself up. So currently the collection stands at 3 Tudors, a couple of Christopher Wards, you know, a Yuma, Squale, and lots of others, but Seikos and all sorts of things. So yes, I did try it on. I tried it on before I bought my Black Bay. I tried the Heritage Ranger on before I bought my Black Bay, and at the time that wasn't what I was looking for. I tried the North Flag on as well, but I really liked it. But it was really, you've got to educate yourself, so you've got to sort of know a little bit. So it's kind of like drinking wine maybe, or beer. You've got to have a few to sort of develop the taste buds to know what you like. So, but the thing with the North Flag as well, I mean, you say no one wanted them, but yeah, they I think they sold. I do think the North Flag sold a little bit, but they weren't never a big seller. But the kind of thing is, when something's discontinued, the watch world loves it and buys it. It's kind of like there was rumours going around this year that the red Tudor Black Bay was being discontinued, and it's not real beer. I know it's not real beer. I think you'll find that the ETAs that AliExpress are offering, well, I haven't ever seen a watch on AliExpress with an ETA. If you go on wish.com, if you go on wish.com, you'll see all sorts of things advertised for next to no money. Bye-bye, Mr. Wilson. Thank you, Mr. Weston. Sorry, I really appreciate you popping on. I've never, like I say, back to Mr. Jim S. I've never seen an AliExpress watch with an ETA in. Now, some of the times they have movements which are identical, like sort of Filofax, Xerox clones of the ETA. So much so that allegedly some of the parts are interchangeable, but I'm not sure that AliExpress are going to put you an ETA in, bearing in mind that an ETA now is probably nearly 250 quid for a basic grade ETA. So there you go. Tudor made a lot of charming various watches. The Black Bay, North Ranger, North Flag, Prince, yes. The Pelagos, you forgot the Pelagos. Yeah, P01. I've got a Black Bay, so bought the Black Bay. I went for something a little bit different now. I went for something a bit unusual and a bit harder to get. I've got myself a Harrods, fell into that particular rabbit hole and bought myself a Harrods. I got the Pelagos, which is the titanium dive watch with the roulette date wheel. So I've got the left-hand drive Pelagos, and I really like that watch. It's a really, really nice wear. Gets a lot of wrist time. It's one of these, with me, when I change watches and I put the new watch on, I tend to wear it for a long time, a few weeks and months, and I have to sort of make myself wear something else. And then I realise how good the thing I've put on is. You know, Squale today, don't own a sub. Sorry, hands up, don't own a Rolex. Would love to, just the money's a bit mad, isn't it? Doing a great job there, Zath, as a meter and greeter. I like it. I'm going to go away and answer the door. Ginault. I have never seen a Ginault in the flesh. I've heard good reviews, and I've also heard bad reviews for the Ginault. And the bad reviews were based on the fact that it was an alleged Rolex clone that used to, instead of saying Ginault, said Rolex. They used to funk these out, and they were notoriously good. So Ginault basically thought to himself, I'm selling so many of these, they're all illegal. Someone's going to rumble this one day, and I'm going to get stuck in, I'm going to be in big trouble. So I think he changed his branding, put Ginault on, and started making his own brand. He did claim that they were assembled in America at one point, but he's never offered any proof about that. I think it's since been proved that they were made in China. But you could argue that a lot of the expertise that the Chinese watch industry has is based on copying Swiss watches as fakes. So the tooling and the manufacturing skills and the fact that they can get these things so nice, and every single one of them is, the tolerances are so good now, is because for the last 10, 15, 20, excuse me, do apologise, a bit fizzy, 15, 20 years, they've been copying Rolex watches. Is that how the watch industry's got a leg up? I really don't know. I'm not an expert on these things. I just wear them. So if you've ever seen a film, Kelly's Heroes, there's one scene in it where, what's his name? Oh, his name escapes. Donald Sutherland. He's sitting in a deck chair as the battle goes on because his tank's broken down, and Clint Eastwood comes up to him and says, "What's going on? Why aren't you helping him fix the tank?" And Donald Sutherland just sort of sits there and says, "Hey man, I just drive them. I don't know what makes them work. I just ride them." That was it. I ride them. So I just wear them. I don't know what makes them work. There you go. That's my quote for the day. So, any other questions before I wrap up? Because I've been on for 45 minutes now, and I'm sure you've got better things to do than to see someone drinking beer and waffling. Mr. Sharp, have I answered your questions about the Ginault watch? Oops, somebody's just sold. I'm on a YouTube group and someone's just posted. I'll say hi to Ted for you. Someone's just posted a watch for sale for 50 quid. And within a second, someone else has said, "I'll have it." But you know what? I think I might have it. This is a Chinese watch. It looks like a Pagani design, Seamaster homage for 50 quid. Might have that and review that one. Just tell him I'll have it. There we go. Bought a watch. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to support the channel, and see you again soon on another live stream. Special mention to Zaf there for excellent support, Mr. Sharp, Mr. Weston. Yeah. Anybody else? Nope. So that all the mentions I've got to give to my commenters. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Have a really good day, and if you can, get down the pub. See you later.